The eyes of the world are on Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as a high-stakes diplomatic drama unfolds. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is leading a delegation to meet with top Russian officials. The primary objective is to find a path to end the ongoing war in Ukraine. This meeting marks a significant development in the year-long conflict. It represents the first face-to-face talks between U.S. and Russian representatives since the war began. The Saudi Arabian capital provides a neutral ground for these crucial discussions. The choice of venue highlights the complex geopolitical landscape surrounding the conflict. The Saudis, while maintaining ties with both the West and Russia, have positioned themselves as potential mediators. The stakes are incredibly high, with the potential for these talks to either pave the way for peace or further escalate tensions. Adding to the intrigue is the timing of this diplomatic overture. It comes on the heels of a phone call between Presidents Trump and Putin, suggesting a potential thaw in relations. However, the road to peace is fraught with obstacles. Deep mistrust between the parties, conflicting objectives, and the ongoing violence in Ukraine pose significant challenges. The talks are taking place against a backdrop of immense human suffering and geopolitical uncertainty. Millions have been displaced by the conflict, and the war has sent shockwaves through the global economy. The world waits with bated breath, hoping for a breakthrough that could bring an end to the bloodshed and usher in a new era of peace and stability. The U.S. delegation, led by Secretary of State Rubio, includes National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Their presence underscores the seriousness with which the Biden administration views these talks. Rubio, known for his hawkish stance on Russia, faces the delicate task of balancing his personal views with the need for diplomatic progress. On the Russian side, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov leads the delegation, accompanied by Yuri Ushakov, Putin's foreign policy advisor, and Kirill Dmitriev, head of Russia's Sovereign Wealth Fund. Lavrov, a seasoned diplomat, is known for his tough negotiating style and unwavering defense of Russia's interests. The presence of Ushakov and Dmitriev suggests that Russia is prepared to discuss a wide range of issues, including potential economic cooperation. The Saudi hosts, led by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, are playing a crucial role in facilitating these talks. Their influence in the region and their ability to engage with both sides make them ideal mediators. However, the Saudis also have their own interests at stake, including maintaining stability in the oil market and countering Iranian influence. The talks in Riyadh bring together key players with different motivations and objectives. The U.S. seeks to end the war on terms favorable to Ukraine and the West, while Russia aims to secure its strategic interests and maintain its influence in the region. The Saudis, as hosts and potential mediators, walk a fine line, trying to balance their own interests with the need for a peaceful resolution. A notable absence from the initial talks is Ukraine itself. President Zelensky has made it clear that Ukraine will not accept any agreements made without its direct involvement. This stance reflects Ukraine's determination to maintain its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Zelensky's decision to visit Saudi Arabia after the U.S.-Russia talks highlights his intention to remain informed and assert Ukraine's position. Zelensky's insistence on Ukraine's participation in any peace negotiations is understandable. The war is being fought on Ukrainian soil, and any agreement that compromises Ukraine's sovereignty or territorial integrity would be unacceptable to the Ukrainian people. His planned meetings with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Turkish President Erdogan demonstrate his proactive approach to diplomacy and his determination to rally international support. The absence of Ukrainian representation at the initial stage has raised concerns about potential concessions being made without their consent. The U.S. has assured Ukraine that it will be involved in any real peace talks, but the details of this involvement remain unclear. Zelensky's firm stance underscores the complexity of the situation and the challenges of finding a solution that satisfies all parties. The lack of Ukrainian participation in the initial U.S.-Russia talks adds another layer of complexity to an already delicate situation. While their absence highlights the limitations of these preliminary discussions, it also underscores the importance of Ukraine's voice being heard in any future negotiations that directly impact their future. European leaders are closely watching the developments in Riyadh with a mixture of hope and apprehension. While they welcome any effort to end the war, they are concerned about being sidelined in the US-led initiative. The fear is that President Trump, known for his unpredictable foreign policy, might make concessions to Russia that could undermine European security. European anxieties stem from the potential for a deal that prioritizes US interests at the expense of European security. The Trump administration's history of unilateral actions and its transactional approach to diplomacy have fueled these concerns. European leaders are particularly worried about any agreement that weakens NATO or lifts sanctions on Russia without addressing their core security concerns. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and other European leaders have publicly warned against appeasement and emphasized the importance of transatlantic unity. They are urging the US to consult closely with its European allies and ensure that any peace deal addresses the broader security concerns of the region. The US-Russia talks in Riyadh have exposed the delicate balance of alliances and interests within the Western Bloc. Europe's concerns highlight the need for close coordination and consultation between the US and its European partners. The outcome of these talks will have far-reaching implications for European security and the future of transatlantic relations.